are back for the round of 16 match between Portugal and Spain. This could be, potentially, and most likely, if they lose, Ronaldo's last night to play at the international level and in the World Cup. Which I really believe, I really believe that Ronaldo is done after this, and I'm figuring Spain's going to win. The biggest problem that Portugal has pretty much had is that they've built for Ronaldo and not got him enough help to make it to the end of the World Cup. They just don't have the manpower to match with Ronaldo. That is their issue. Asking an 8-year-old. Play or something? Okay. Looks like they're getting. Yeah. If Spain wins this is definitely the last World Cup for Neymar. Already confirmed. It's definitely the last World Cup for Portugal and for Ronaldo, and it's definitely the last World Cup for Messi. 2030 World Cup's gonna look so much different with a lot of big names that are here today, not there in 4 years. Getting the national anthems here in a minute. Played on the national anthems. Matching stuff. How about that? We get to 200, like 3 or 4 likes. That would be fantastic. They're getting ready for Spain and Portugal to go out there and see on to face either Belgium or the United States, which will be later today. Best thing on these kids, these fans do that. Yeah, it's a nice distance match ended. Yeah, when like the last yesterday and the day before that was like a 2 hour window. Like that. I would it was you know. And we got 2 matches tomorrow, and then we have nothing on Wednesday. We'll be for Dynamite, but we have nothing in the World Cup on Wednesday. Thursday one match, Friday one match, 2 matches on Saturday. Saturday is overly booked. Oh my God! There's World Cup quarterfinals, Dynamite, there's Collision, and there's the start of the G1, all on the same day. Oh my goodness! I'll do the G1 on Sunday. Spain just needs to do what they do, and like Portugal needs to step up to beat Spain. I don't think Portugal has enough to beat Spain, but I could be wrong. And honestly, if it was Team USA and you beat Belgium tonight, you want Portugal more than Spain. Spain will crush you. Spain will crush the United States. Portugal, different story. More than likely have a chance to win it. Not saying they will, but they have a better chance to beat Portugal than they do Spain. With Portugal, you just wrap up Cristiano Ronaldo, and it's like the team doesn't know what to do. So if Portugal somehow beats Spain, and US ekes or gets by Belgium, USA's best chance of making it to the semifinals would be against France, unfortunately, because France is going to beat uh who is France? And well, yeah, we're gonna look at this is what the like right now. We're about to fill up this. France beats Morocco, more than likely. But if we end up getting to the semis, oh boy, it would be against France, more than likely. Boy, that would be fun if we ever got that far. But that's not being too optimistic, in my opinion. National anthems now. A Portuguesa. Portuguesa. Knocking this down to 10 teams tonight. We're at 12 teams right now out of the 16 that came into the round of 6. We'll be down to 10 by the end of the day. Not a single one of those kids are Portuguese. They're just like, just sitting there. Number 21 who died apparently recently. Emo Nacional Español. That was from here on out. All matches are in the United States, but yeah, Switzerland, Colombia are in Vancouver, right? Okay, yeah. After this round, the quarters and the semis and everything else that is one in the States, of one in Canada. Time 2 minutes. Out at Cowboy Stadium. They could have just called it Cowboy Stadium, which whatever. They can't do that. We got Anthony Taylor as our referee. Ashton Dunkirk. I do not believe for 1 second that Portugal is strong enough to get all the way to the finals, even if they beat Spain. Because they like even if they get through do this. They got to either play Belgium and the United States. I think Belgium and the United States both beat Portugal. And even if they beat both one of those teams, they're not beating France. France is way too strong to beat for Portugal to beat them. So Ruben Diaz has a yellow card too, so he's got to be careful. They did why break what's not why fix what's not broken? Spain played great against Austria, so why change anything? They made it look so easy against Austria, so why not just stick with the same 11? Let's see what happens. But the Martinez, he's literally up here drinking a bottle of water, and he's looking like he's like stopping for a second to look around, like he's like sneaking a drink before the match. Okay, Landon Donovan. You couldn't get Landon and them on the USA match later. It is 3, 2, kick it off. We were ready to go, and they did not kick it back to their goalkeeper. Spain's in white tonight, and Portugal is in there. I wouldn't say it's completely red. It looks purplish. They're kind of in the middle of this catch right now, just trying to, stretch it out here. Spain trying to possibly get something early. Not really. It's definitely a feeling out process. The first 5-10 minutes for these teams are probably going to just go back and forth. Not much is going to happen, probably. And straight up for a goal kick. 2 versus 5, man. This is the heavyweight matchup. Had Portugal won their group, Colombia would be have to be in this position, while Spain, like Colombia, would be playing some. I mean, Portugal would be playing tomorrow. Nothing too heavy right now. We're only a minute and a half in. Portugal got the ball right here, and we got our first foul. A little knee to the back of the knee. That's not a good thing. Not much there, but it's a knee to the back of the knee. That's a foul. Down here. I don't know who the hell he was passing to, but like his dude was way out of the way, and there was a guy from Spain right in between them. Penalty shootout. They went to a penalty shootout the last time these two teams played each other in an actual competition, which Portugal won on penalties. Which penalties is a mixed bag. It's either like anything can happen. Like if you get a team to gain the penalties, it can go. Anything can happen. You could. That doesn't like beating somebody on penalties doesn't mean you're better than them. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Yeah, you were better that day because you got the better penalty shots, but it doesn't mean you as a team are better than the team that you won the penalties with. Spain on the run here. Shot it immediately. Nice save. Wonderful save. Wonderful save. Oh, Spain going again. Didn't get it. Oh, like Spain is threatening early. Just right to him too. Good tackle there. Good ball. Good take. Who is he passing to, man? Portugal got the ball back there on a very errant pass by Spain. All the way down the other side, and he just lost control of the ball and kicked it too forward. It was a nice attempt, and I figured I knew what they were going for there, but it just went way too hard. His knee, he got off his knee. He tried to stop it, but it just bounced off his knee and went out. That sucks. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro. What a name. Ugh. That was a weird bounce. He just threw the ball and it went boing. 20 per match ball. Sheesh. It's 300 and 250 into 80. 1080. Whoa, that's a lot. And around. Portugal's running here. Can they get a threaten? And he just overshoots that. No, not even close. They could have just, if it could have just dipped down, that was going to go right past him. We don't have that happen all the time, like ever at all. Wow, there are 1,000. Oh, we got something here, and he just missed it. How is that not in the back of the net, my dude? How is that not in the back of the net? You were like you beat the keeper. You had everything done. How do you miss that shot? He's onside. He's onside. Oh my god, how are you all missing it like that? He missed that so much. It wasn't even like just by inches. He was off by a foot. God. That was just a perfect shot. Just he was on. Ronaldo was dancing and getting nowhere with it. No. Oh, did he see that in? No, not at all. I thought he did, but he didn't. Oh, we're looking at that for that was weird. Got a corner here. Ronaldo can get something here if they aim for him. If he's wide open. How he scored on Uzbekistan the first time was just from a corner and just kicked it in like it was nothing. Someone's down and they're complaining. Oh, that's a headshot. Yeah, run that son of a bitch down, man. The other side. Go getting some runs in here. Back to back. We kick the Spain. Actually, he ran into his own player, Mike Ronaldo. You can't sit there and complain about that one. You literally ran over your own player, ran you over. Very dark today, surprisingly. Portugal running again here. Nice save. Beautiful save. Not the best shot from Ronaldo, though. Not at all. Nice stop out of there. Portugal have been dominant right now on this. They've gotten most of the touches and most of the passes. And we've seen that possession doesn't really matter. We've seen teams that have less possession win the winning matches. We have no idea what happens till later with Team USA Belgium. That's gonna be an 8 o'clock kickoff time. I don't have to be back till 7:40, so I have a lot of stuff to do between five. If this ends at 5, that's 3 hours and 40 minutes. I have time. That's the longest. I think that's the longest break time between these matches we've had for the quarterfinals in round of 16. Gotta get the thing. Nothing there. Go shot by the ref. I bet the goalkeeper. Third place in 1966. Spain with a shot here. Oh, nice save. Right to the guy from Spain as well. Oh, what another save. Two great saves, man. Two great saves. And Spain is still not on the board. Nope. And then and another save. Beautiful goalkeeping, man. Good, beautiful goalkeeping. All the big names like Messi and Mbappe and like Ronaldo, them are gonna get the headlines and everything. But these goalkeepers have been putting on a show in the World Cup, especially in this knockout stage. We see some fantastic saves. It's like that probably all the time, every World Cup. But you don't really ever get to hear about these goalkeepers that often. I mean, Tim Howard's the biggest name for U.S. goalkeepers because of his fantastic save record he had back in a couple World Cups ago. Correa, oh, a little too high. Not again. And he just missed. Oh, why would you? Didn't like that effort there. No. And it means we're gonna have a high scoring game. We're gonna have a very low scoring 1-0 goal game. Nice save, nice block. That's gonna be a kick to Portugal. I don't expect this to be high scoring. Maybe this could go to penalties just because of how high up these two teams are, but I don't know. Barely missed the dude as he skimmed that ball away or tried to get there. That dude goes for a slide, and the dude who's kicking the ball like barely misses his spikes on the face. What the fuck is that? Oh, Emmett Smith. Yeah, like 2030 is gonna be like the next three World Cups. I think it's 2034, 2038, 2030, 2034, and I think 2038 already matched up. We should get 2042. Just saying, we should be like host the World Cup in 2042 if we even have if even if yeah, I don't know, but I think we should. Country is great for hosting. We got the Olympics. We got the Winter Olympics coming eventually too. And just the America this next time, not all three. Mexico and Canada, nah. Or just do Mexico, just do Canada and the United States, no Mexico. You hear Portugal getting on their side of the pitch, they're attacking half of the pitch or a third of the pitch. Back to the defense side. Really? Really? This is the most talented. They didn't look good at all against DR Congo. They didn't even try against Colombia. The only team they looked good against was Uzbekistan. Yeah, they won against Croatia, but that's a lot of people don't agree with that. And that was too high. And the flag is up anyway. It's a good team, but they haven't looked good outside of Uzbekistan, where they look dominant as can be. I mean, DR Congo, they struggled against DR Congo. They didn't really try against Colombia. And the match against Croatia definitely felt like they weren't the best team out there. Again, Uzbekistan was, even DR Congo beat Uzbekistan, so I can't even say anything about how good that team is because they're not, obviously. They're definitely one of those teams that's like, oh man, they're diluting the pool. They're diluting the World Cup by letting these weak teams in here. And yeah, that's what you get when you get Uzbekistan to come in. But all of the weak teams have been eliminated. We're all down to the final great team. That looked like a dive. 15, man. Alexis, that looked like a dive. You dove and the guy tripped below you. Better acting, dude. You gotta get better at acting. I swear, do they like have, is part of their training in these football academies, is acting how to dive part of this training now? Because it's absolutely fucking ridiculous how much diving we've been seeing in the World Cup. Trust me, we see enough of it in the NBA all year, all 82 games. But my God, man. Okay, I don't understand why anybody, when these free kicks happen, people start offside. Like, you should be onside. Nothing there. Oh, deflected. Volley just took a dive. The volley took a dive and just deflected, and that's the hydration break. Here comes the booze because everyone boos this. 99, we're gonna hit 100. Let's go. Oh, something that's like biggest reason why our country soccer does not get any better is because we price out like parents have to pay like thousands and thousands of dollars a year just for the kids go to a soccer academy instead of having the football federation pay for it or whatever, however that works in other countries. You're asking kids, families to pay thousands of dollars for all the underprivileged or I don't even say underprivileged, not called like less privileged, yeah, like just the underprivileged, whatever you want to call it. The kids who come from poor income families have no shot of like training properly in the states to become a soccer player because they can't afford it, and that's not really fair. The most that you should have, like a team, a parent should have to pay, because I'm sure they have to pay a little bit of money, not much, but a little bit of money, like $50, $100. That's it, $100. Gonna do a month, a year, fine. The football federation should be the one paying this for these academies and making sure these coaches and everyone's paid so that parents can send their kids to go become soccer players and we need to get better coaches as well. Definitely need to have somebody open an academy that is like free but cheap, was good at teaching football, good at teaching soccer, football, whatever you want to call it, and can build these kids that are coming up and wanting to play football into being better players. So we could have a better shot in years later. But it's gonna take some time. I get it, I get it. Yeah, everyone coaches have to be paid. Like Elon Musk can sit there and go, I'm gonna invest $50,000 into this football program and make sure everyone gets paid so kids can go and learn for free, and it would make a huge difference in our football in our soccer bill, our soccer um programs to have something like that. Build a program that's free to everybody to learn. Like gonna put out 50, 100,000. Mr. Musk, you should do that next. You want Twitter? Go start a football academy to help build and cultivate our and so that everyone can play free and learn can go there for free and learn. One of the 12 competitive meetings. That was the penalty shootout they had at the League final, Nations League final. Oh, it does. That's right. Yes, penalty shootouts don't count as a win. It's a draw. That's ridiculous, but it's what it is. I mean, that's why hockey, if you go to the overtime, it's a count. You get a point for an overtime loss because technically you drew in the regulation and you lost in overtime. Italy's got to revamp themselves or something because you're relying on your old guard and you're not letting the old guard go and building your new for your future. You're going to be fall behind. Like Italy not making it sucks for them because they are like four-time winners. You want to try and have, especially with the centennial, the 300th year of FIFA, well, the FIFA World Cup coming up in 2030. You want to have all eight countries have won the World Cup, especially, and unless somebody new wins this one, we get a ninth one. You want all those countries to be represented in the World Cup in that 100th year, which would be huge for having a new team. Honestly, I think to make it a little bit more fun for the World Cup, every team that's won a World Cup in up until now should be automatically qualified for the 2030th World Cup because it's the 100th anniversary. And it's the only time they do this. So England would be in, Argentina's already in, Spain, I'm pretty sure in. Yeah, that's part of it. Italy would be in. Yada yada yada, all that. Brazil. That's something they should do. Like, if you won a World Cup, you're automatically in for the 2030, and this is the only time they'll do it. So like 200 until 100, like till like 2130 when you get to 200 years. That's a handball. Hands not in a natural position. Nah, it's a handball. They are threatening when they have the ball. So is Portugal somewhat. Mao tries and gets stomped. Great defending. I expect this to be one of those ones we probably won't see a goal until the second half. I'd like to be wrong, but it feels like this could definitely go extra time and penalty kicks. Who's gonna wear down the other one first? Oh, he goes for just a dropping like a header and couldn't get it to go in. Yeah, it's offsides. 118. Let's go. Yeah, he's offsides. Yeah, he was offsides. He's like leaning. Ronaldo takes a one to the shin. Why you wear your shin guards, boys and girls? Why you wear your shin guards? He's insane. We can definitely tell he's not who he used to be. Ronaldo is the most subbed out. Gotta have him, man. Imagine if they didn't have those things on and they had one of those spikes go into the leg. We'd have blood all over the place. Yeah, I know he's 41. He's old. Ronaldo says, you know what, 2030 is going to be my final one. I'd be like, you're insane, dude. You're going to be 45 years old. You're definitely going to be someone who's going to be put on the bench. You're going to be like a bench guy who comes in as a, celebratory character. Like somebody they're going to just bring in for, sentimental reasons. In when Portugal is in a match and they're maybe up 2 or 3-0 and there's 10 minutes left. Like that would be dumb. We already had Neymar retire from international play. For Messi, like this is Ronaldo. This could be Ronaldo, Messi, and Neymar's final World Cups. You check out the highlights for that match last night. That was a heck of a match. Germany, like Mexico, put everything and just after the red card, just pushed everything, especially after they get that penalty kick. Just kept pushing and could not break the wall that England put up in front of them. They couldn't get anything. Oh, got it to the right position. Just the guy was slow. Yeah, it's like the highlights can't do it justice. That match was great. Even though you all just really love getting your red cards, don't you? From Beckham to Rooney to this guy last night, it's like you guys just love your red cards in the knockout stage, don't you? Like, what has England got? It's like so less fascination of getting a red card. At least they won this time. They didn't get knocked out in penalty kicks. Can you imagine a red card and then another penalty kicks that leads to a loss to Mexico after a red card? Oh my! Oh, they're already trying to ask it's not overturned, it's suspended. Let's be honest with that first and foremost. Don't do that. The um the suspension is suspended. So if he gets another, say he goes out there tonight and gets a red card, he's gonna have to be suspended for 2 matches and then have to serve them both. Like it's not overturned, and I don't like the ruling. I do not like the ruling at all. He got the red card. It was a justifiable red card. People need to stop saying, "Oh, they abused, they they used slow mo, so it shouldn't count as a VAR thing." It's exactly how the VAR was intended to be used. The referees can't catch everything, so it was absolutely the way to use VAR. VAR was made for stuff like that. Belgium talking, people saying that Belgium's talking possibly about forfeiting. I'm like, go ahead, forfeit. That makes you look stupid. The better thing to do, man at the top said, yeah, sure. Dude, so what would people have said if Balogun would have broke the guy's ankle? What if his foot goes down and breaks his ankle? Then what? Would people say, oh, well, he's justified? They'd be like, oh, it's not fair. It was incidental. Who cares about incidental right there? The dude would have been there with a broken ankle. The guy who broke Coney's leg is out for 5 matches whenever his team plays for 5 matches. I think they're at 4 right now because it was the second. They played this. It was Iraq, right? It was Iraq. It was the second match of their round of the group stage, so he missed one in. He got to serve the other 4 outside the tournament. And it's like, what if people have said had it actually been a broken leg, a broken ankle? Oh, what a save! Ronaldo had a great little like that was such a hell of a sequence right there. What a save! Header off his shoulder. Ronaldo with a mini bicycle kick and just a dive to catch it. What a save! The sequencer. You can't write that stuff, man. You can't even write that one. It looks like someone got a little cut up there. Yeah, well, 976. Uh, but it looks like someone got a foot cramp. Oh, those ain't fun. A foot cramp is not fun at all. I get those every once in a while. They suck. Especially when you're waking up or you're like in the middle of a sleep and your foot just cramps on you. Oh my god, that sucks. Onto that LED board there. What a sequence. Header off the shoulder. Cristiano Ronaldo with a small kick and then a dive, and he just ran into the end board. That hurt. You have to get off the pitch, man, or do something. Get your boot back. Get your shoe boot, whatever you want to call it, back on. What a heck of a sequence that was. Just another save of the tournament right there with that one. First one hits the shoulder of Ronaldo with a small little back kick, and he just with a big old leaping save. What a sequence. Well, it's stuff like that that makes football fun. Mostly Canada and the United States, not so much Mexico, except for outside of Mexico. Line of 19. 2/3 of the hosts are gone, and Belgium giving a lot of motivation to go out there and absolutely stomp US tonight. Yep. And people are trying to sit there like Belgium's afraid of the United States. They beat us the last time we played them. It was a friendly, of course. I'm pretty sure. But they beat us, I'm pretty sure, 5-0, 5-4, something like that. They beat us. They're not. literally afraid of the United States. You have to go like anybody who's got a yellow today has to go to like make it past the quarters before the yellow gets wiped out. I get why they do that, man. Dude's having shoe issues. Dude has to go and change his boot again. 7-3, 5-2. With one of the best saves out there. Gotta tie his shoe. That one doesn't even look like it's a good shoe. It looks like there's a hole in the back of it. What are they doing, man? Because of the like 2030, because of the centennial games they're gonna have with like Argentina and them. Nice, nice, nice. There's like technically like 5 hosts of the World Cup in 2030. There's Morocco, there's Spain, I think Portugal, like Argentina gets a game in their home turf. So they're technically a host. And there's like 2 others that are, like Uruguay, I'm pretty sure is one too, where they get one like technically a host because they're hosting a match. That was about to be a own goal. The next World Cup is gonna be like the time difference is gonna suck because it'll be like all early morning or late afternoon or like middle of the night over here. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now with that World Cup for sure. Like get every match just because it's like I do not need to sit there and trying to have my sleep schedule that messed up for a whole tournament. Even the G1, I'm not gonna do what I did the last few years. I'm gonna do on tape delay like I did the Super Juniors. I stayed in somehow. I don't know how. That was a big old dive. What are you doing, man? Like 12:04 here. That's a huge dive, dude. What are you doing? He barely nudged your foot, and you just like dove like he like punched you in the back of the head or something. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be like I don't even remember what I was doing when was holding the World Cup. That was 2022. That was 4 years ago, obviously. It was of course in the winter time. Yeah, this could come down to one lucky boots or penalty kicks. Ronaldo's not going to really do anything in the middle of the pitch. Like Ronaldo's going to do nothing in the middle of the pitch. Argentina versus Egypt, with Switzerland versus Colombia tomorrow. I have to be here at noon, so I got an early stream shiny hunt early tomorrow. Got it. Nothing there. Hour ahead. And I'll be able to catch whatever the Centennial game for 4 years from now. I'll be able to watch that one live, more like whatever it is. It's only an hour ahead of me. I'll see what I can do with all that some next year in 4 years, but that's a long time from now. Who knows what my life's gonna be like then? can't think about anything 4 years from now because I got to think about now and what happens next month or the month after that, and it's like that every year. Oh, nothing there. And he just shoots it up so high. What are you doing? 6 minutes of stoppage time due to the injury. Like down. Really nothing there. The first ball you have to charge before use. Found in my Pokemon home a Galarian Stunfisk and Safari Ball with Egg Move. Cheetah! I'm kidding. So you're gonna try and make that thing shiny? I think it's the second half before we'll see Scrum goals. Too much, too easy. Ball movement wasn't really good because it didn't line up with Ronaldo. Safari bar. Ooh. How did you have a Galarian Stunfisk with a Safari ball? Did you get it by cheating? What was that? Good defending, I'd say. Flag. You get a flag and be like, yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, he's offsides. All but his left leg is offsides. Like everything but his left leg is off. Oh, he got dropped over, but he still got it, and that's going to be a kick to Spain, right? Oh, right to the back of the leg. That's the thing that sucks about like even though a foul happens in your favor, you're like you got a little momentum going your way, and they call that foul to stop your momentum. Legend versus the future. You know, you should have a World Cup to your name to be a legend. I'm just saying. Ronaldo is great and all, but like, yeah, but and then and then Paraguay tried to bring the dog guards back, and it was disgraceful. That's why a lot of the yellows and penalty kicks and stuff have been ignored. And that's a corner. No. Yeah, that Portugal, that Paraguay France match was a disgrace. Paraguay should never be allowed on the World Cup stage again. Like, oh well, you should like they wouldn't survive. They don't give a crap. You don't see Brazil or Argentina or any other team from South America acting like that. I would say it's probably impossible for the United States. I honestly think the United States is the weakest of the big teams out of left. Like we got Belgium. If we beat Belgium, we got one of these two teams. And I don't think we beat Spain at all. Portugal, maybe. No one's really parking the bus right now. They're just like both teams are just good. Neither one can find a mix. 55, 45. Yo, yo, man, what happened to his microphone? Well, Russia's not allowed in the World Cup anymore until they get out of Ukraine. They're not allowed to play international competition until they get out of Ukraine and bow their heads and say we're sorry for being bad people. Yo, what is with the commentary? Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. People are just bad. I wouldn't say the Mexican team was bad. They played fantastic last night. That was probably one of the best matches we'll see all tournament. But the Mexican people were just awful and should have never been able to host the World Cup with how bad they play, how mad they were. That's halftime. Got on my ears. Hey, Mexico on the field were a pretty good team. Mexican people themselves, not good people. Not much to speak of for the first half here. Neither really got much of anything. It was it's like Spain's got 8 shots compared to five, but three on target for Spain to two. 55% possession to 45. That's the closest I think we've had of possession at the end of a half. 259 passes, or 120 passes. That's pretty close. 95% to 85% on accuracy. 5 fouls to six. Zero yellows, zero reds, one offsides each, and three two. Very even tight matchup. What you would expect from two of the top 10 ranked teams playing against each other. I mean, else to say? Like, oh my god, this was great. We had like uh, Spain's goalkeeper did have some fantastic saves too. Yeah, and the whole okay on the Flo Balogun thing and having his suspension lifted, suspended. Now that you have the guy, the what is it, Burrell getting hit with a red card, people are like saying, "Well, people do the same thing for him," even though both of them were red cards to the letter. Both of them were given like were not given cards on the field. Both of them were VAR, and both of them were set with red cards after the fact, and that's what VAR was for. That's and one thing about Mexico is that they don't have to get on a plane and go home. They just have to go. They just have to drive back to their houses, or maybe some of their players play internationally. Those guys have to get on a plane and go home, or go wherever they're at. Seven-star rates, huh? That's good. And then you get something. Yeah, It's like you're enjoying the 7-star raids, and then somebody comes in. I hate that I've been in reruns of the first one, the Pokemon Shiny Manaphy. Well, they're pretty much out of things to do. Yeah, guess they're probably gonna lose. It is. Yeah. Wait, they got rid of outbreaks? Wait, outbreaks aren't a thing anymore? So wait, weren't there outbreaks just like wait? Do you mean special outbreaks or just outbreaks in general are not there anymore? Special outbreaks. Okay, okay. I was gonna say they got rid of regular outbreaks. Like, what are we doing here? Yep. FIFA opened up a Pandora's box with the Stallion thing, and now everyone's wanting to get a return of yeah. Like now the Michael the Elise like that one should be overturned because he like I have a regular Minio outbreak. Minio I do need, but that one sucks to do. That one should literally be like the Michael Elise yellow from the Paraguay game was absolutely one of the worst. Gonna make me a sandwich. Was absolutely one of the absolute worst yellow cards in the entire tournament. Like the dude from Paraguay literally takes his own hand and punches himself, falls over to make it look like Elise hit him, and he didn't hit him. He didn't touch him, and the dude got a yellow card. I have 420. Oh, stop with the stop like just gloating, man. I know you got so many salties. Yeah, this dude should be this 23 from Paraguay should be banned from playing like internationally. Yeah, I haven't played that since I haven't played that game of Violet since I got my final fossil. Not scared of him. Space. No. Well, Seattle already has a soccer team. They have a soccer team, and then they have the Sounders there. I don't know if they still play the in this stadium. Gosh darn. That's right. Thursday, the 15th, when no World Cup is going on, is looking and right, Lumen uh, play today. Gosh darn, Mother 11. I wonder what the gimmick's going like what the gimmick's gonna be in Din Wave, and don't tell me, oh, you get to swim underwater. That's not the gimmick. That's not a gimmick. That's just an added feature. That's not a like battle gimmick. What's the battle gimmick gonna be? Fusions would be interesting. I don't think they're gonna ever do fusions. Do you think Pokemon would ever actually do fusions? Fusions are very popular in the Pokemon community. If you go look at my Pokemon YouTube channel, and Infinite Fusion did pretty well numbers wise, especially the Evolutions one. But do I believe that they're going to go out there and give us a fusions? I don't think so. I do not believe at all that we're going to see a fusion video, a fusion, an actual fusion. Seven, can we get 200? Nah, I just think the special Pikachu's. That's a little ridiculous. Maybe they could be the legendaries disguised as Pikachu's, possibly, but actual Pikachu's themselves now. Now. Or they could just be Pikachu's for the trailer. Something else people need to consider. It could just be Pikachu's for the trailer. They don't even make the actual game. We don't know. We won't know anything till they tell us more. Windy Chew and Wavy Chew. Such a. Clearly, you're able to swim underwater in the game. That's clear as day. They made that perfectly clear. But it's just one of those things that we won't know until they drop another trailer and they give us a deep dive before the game comes out. 564 minutes the Spain goalkeeper has had so far. The record, what is the record? Ten clean sheets and 17 appearances for England in the World Cup history. That's fun. 519. I'm pretty sure this just got beaten. That's him right now. That is the. Yeah, the dude who's in goal right now with Spain's current goalkeeper has the most clean sheet minutes at 500 and like I think it's like 25 they said or some minutes or 50 some minutes of clean sheet. That's crazy. Portugal is running. Like I said, no. So how did Spain not make the World like win the World Cup if he had? I guess it must have been penalty kicks, and penalty kicks don't count. Had to be penalty kicks if they lost. So if they make it to penalty kicks and he doesn't give up a goal for that, he'll be over 600 minutes of clean sheeting. Crazy if they don't give if he doesn't give a goal. Heck of a record though, over 500, nearly 600 minutes of clean sheets for one goal score in two World Cups in of all time. That's crazy. Most clean sheets. But we have two guys who've had 10 clean sheets in their careers in the World Cup, but not like this many minutes. I don't think. I mean, still nothing. Nothing. Awesome. Right to him. Just tried the triple double fake and it did not work out at all. Portugal still got the ball here. Portugal trying. Nothing. Match. Think it over love for riches. I get it, but no did, but yeah, it is. It's gotten a little bit too much, man. Like we get it. It sucks what happened, but that's enough. It's been over a month. Let's move on. Let's move on. I mean, if Dylan and Rich want to do their charity thing, that's cool. Good for them. That's their buzz. They want to do that, cool. In fact, they call it SummerSlam was stupid. That's a WWE lawsuit coming their way since they own the copyright to SummerSlam. I would never do something like that. If you want to do a parody of it, you could call it something else, but like whatever. Don't call yourself like something that's owned by somebody else. Yeah, it's one of those. No, it's like one of those. They're doing a charity event. Good for them. That's awesome. Hope they make a lot of money for charity, even though most charities are scams and people just doing them makes no sense because you're just giving money to corporates and just overshot it. Like this guy is like, come on, man. Like he just overshot that. Very good ball too, and he's just like, no curvature. It doesn't curve until it gets out of the box, basically. Yeah, very good ball. Just like it wasn't. It just went a little too far. Ball's out. Yeah, why would he kick the ball back out? Just make you go get it himself. You know, and I still haven't seen Rodon Boy come back for You found one? You think you did? We don't have the shiny noise, so you don't know. I thought that one time, and this annoyed me. I did. I think it was going for Meow, or like I think something like one of the Pokemon that are hidden. Threw my Pokemon out to try to told them to attack. It didn't attack. I'm like, oh my god, I got a shiny. Went in to fight it for myself. No shiny reaction. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I was like, that's bogus. Like it didn't want to attack for some reason. Oh, look at you. Mr. 30 plus Pokemon shows up while I'm over here with 15. Yeah, if I was going to switch to and I could do some more Violet on there, I would definitely probably shiny up more in Violet because there's more chances to get Pokemon instead of like, scarce. It just doesn't do well. What I've seen, it's like not even worth playing Pokemon Violet on the Switch One anymore. And like I said this morning, yeah, Europe might not be getting Switch Ones made and sold anymore, but it's going to go. It's just starts. It's got to start someplace. It's going to go Europe. UK will. The US will usually will eventually get it too. Japan will probably be the last place to sell Switch Ones to Switch Ones, OLEDs, and all that stuff. I watched K Dog, Vinny's wife, play it for about 5 minutes, and I'm like, the difference was just so like it was like night and day. You could tell the difference between Switch One and Switch Two. Like it's not even close to the same thing on Switch Two, like Switch One compared to Switch Two. Mendes has been causing like he's been the ghost. He's been the boogeyman for Spain all match. If he's hurt, that's going to be an issue. Like, and it's not like anybody let him or anything. He just went for a slide and just hasn't gotten up since then. Like he went, he like it's not like someone from Spain landed on him or not. He just slid. Oh no. That's a quick ball. I don't care. It's like with mini or you don't go for a special ball unless you caught it like unless you caught one you want to like shiny hunt for it like the eggs. You don't go for a special ball. You go quick ball all day. You go quick ball. If it doesn't catch, you reset and you try again. He's out. That's not good, man. He was a thorn in Spain's side so far, and him getting taken out is not great for Portugal's chances. And it sucks for him, man. He's been a great thorn in Spain's side to keep this thing 0-0 and keep the Manuel on the on at bay. Mendes, like man, like dude, he literally just slid for a block. Nothing else happened, so I don't know what happened there. Just looked like a routine slide, and he's not getting up well, and he's got to walk off and be subbed out. Probably not when Portugal wanted to do their subs. They probably wanted to try to make it to the hydration break. It doesn't start till 8, and this ends at 5. Hopefully, if we have a score or something going out, it ends at 5. We have 2 hours and 40 minutes if we stop at 5. Well, I'll be back. A heck of a long time. Other matches, it's been like, oh, I have to be back in an hour and 40 minutes. I did 2 hours and 40. Yeah, you just got to toss quick balls, dude. Unless you put that thing to sleep and you can try and toss a couple of your special balls if you want to catch it in. That's so a quick ball. Yeah, well, gotta. You don't want to see him being injured at all, really. But man, like it was a routine slide. Like what the hell happened? Like I could not tell you. Like they showed the replay, and he just slid like normal. He walked off with his own power, so it's not like it was too terrible. It's just is what it is. Sometimes that happens. Over 550 minutes of stop of time. Spain has not given up a goal. This goalkeeper has not given up in over 500 minutes over the last two World Cups, which is a huge record. And it's still ticking. That time is still ticking up as we go through this match until he gives up a goal. Penalties don't count, obviously. Like 90 minutes extra time, I think does count, but like, yeah, who's got the combination to get through the save? Who's got the combination of who's got the key? Who's got the bazooka to break through the wall, or whatever you want to go with the analogy? Because nobody can seem to break down these walls. I don't know who's gonna take this one. There's no like where he kicked that out. There's no way that ball was even gonna. It was not going anywhere. Went out of bounds. Bounced it a little bit too deep. Even from the angle he's at, even if he got a good kick, it would have just probably hit the side of the net. And when was a penalty, wasn't it? Yeah, you can be fit all you want though, but your body eventually. Wasted one dream ball, caught it my second. Oh, did you get it finally? Oh, shield down, block statuses. Nice. So basically, what you would need is a Pokemon like well, if you had a Pokemon, oh yes, blocks abilities. Ah, obviously you want to have Galarian, Mister, the Galarian, uh, Galarian Wheezing in there to make sure you can status it. You already had it shiny. There is no crack in either one of these teams' armor yet for this match. This has definitely been the best that Portugal has looked this tournament. But is that going to be a mistake right there? And just way too high. Pedri, what are you doing, man? That's too high. Did he actually touch it, though? Oh, he got the deflection. Even if it wasn't deflected, that thing was going way too high. And that's another deflection. Spain with another corner. Are they here gonna break down the Portugal defense finally and get something across the net to make the next 30 minutes, like less 30 minutes ish. The only thing that's really been highlights of this match so far have been saves. That's it. Oh, you wonder one with the Paldean mark. Oh boy. You know what? Here's a challenge for you. Get a Pokemon with a mark of every single generation if it's possible. That would of course have to be a Gen 1 Pokemon, I think. No, not really. It could be Gen 2. No, it can be because Gen 2 and Gen 1 have the same mark. They just had the Game Boy mark, so you could do a Gen 2 Pokemon. Yeah, game. I know Gen 1 and Gen 2 both had the Game Boy symbol. I'm sure Fire Red and Leaf Green will have the Game Boy symbol too, or Game Boy Advance symbol whenever if they ever do Pokemon Home, which they hope they will bring some of that out soon, so I can get my shinies out. Cause they're stupid. They're like, oh, it's water. It's water versus fire. That's why. That's why they do it. We get a day off. This. These numpties. You mad at this guy who hasn't given up a clean sheet, hasn't given a goal in over 500, nearly 600 minutes. Loses his streak because of an own goal. That would suck so much. Obviously, penalty kicks don't count. Can't get the kick the way I want it to. Go in. Oh, nice save. That's a good save. And that was just a normal and tactical save. Routine save right there, but still a good save. Again, routine saves. And there was nobody there. Oh my god, why is this dude just he's looking at his teammate like, what are you doing, man? Get the up there. Like he has a great pass here. And the dude who he's passing to is just in the back. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, why was he being so lackadaisical on that, man? Your teammate just set you up with a perfectly good pass into the box, and you're nowhere to be found. Coach should be like, "Up, sitting you down, man. We'll get somebody out there who wants to try and score." Get up, stop complaining. Taking too much of a mountain out of a molehill. Just keep going. If they're not going to call the foul, just keep playing. Sucks, but there's no reason to complain. And he just overkicked it from his own teammate, Portugal. Hydration break. Got nothing so far. And on the actual status rates itself, Spain with 11 shots to 6 for Portugal, 4 shots on target to 3, 55% of possession to 45, but 287 passes to 325. Accuracy, like Spain's been more accurate. 5 fouls for Portugal to 10 for Spain, 0 yellow, 0 red, 1 offside for Spain, 2 to Portugal, 4 corners to 3. It's been a very, very tight game so far, and nobody seems to be budging. Nobody budging on this for a 3-minute interval. Look at that one. That's what PS Vita with cards. Okay. Ultra HD Blu-ray not available. Oh my. saying the All Out logo is very CM Punk like is actually very like wrong because Star is one of the five stars, the stars of Chicago. The blue is the Chicago is color is of Chicago. I don't like the fact that Tony Khan went 1 year out of Chicago to do All Out and then it's going right back to Chicago. I'm telling you right now, Double or Nothing 2027 will be back in Vegas. The only reason it was not in Vegas the last 2 years is because WWE held WrestleMania in Las Vegas, and Tony Khan is not going to run a pay per view in a city that WrestleMania runs. Well, next year they're in Saudi Arabia, and we know Tony Khan's not running any pay per views in Saudi Arabia. We're going making some moves here. 11 for 17. 17 for 11, I'm sorry. And 25 for 20. They have is this the secret sauce they needed to get a goal on field on past the impenetrable wall of Spain, who for nearly 600 minutes have gone without giving up a goal, an all-time record. Yeah, I figured Portugal probably didn't want to do any actual subs until the hydration break, but the player just one dude who's been like a menace to and keeping Spain at bay, got hurt somehow. Spain had the gumption. They have it in their plums to get onto the goal here. And an impenetrable wall on both ends. Who's ready to break? Oh, nice block. Yeah, it's a routine save. Very good strike, and it was just going to sneak in right under the post. Another puncher out. Nothing really there. Croatia, you mean? They have not done in this World Cup just yet. And on the run they go. A little too far. Not far enough, really, but it's too far in the box. Spain just like having these runs here and like they just have the bad pass in the box. Like, what are they doing? Oh, got it. Shot and missed it into the side netting. Didn't have the right angle for that one at all. Oh, they got the ball back. Spain just. Can they make a finish here? No. Bad pass again. Good defense, really, too. But, like, feels like Spain's mistiming their passes sometimes. Goes to. Just got nothing there. Really nothing there. Like nobody else from Spain even tried to get into the box in case he happens to get a somewhat cross out of that. Oh, nice block, and that's a corner. Good block there. Nice one. Just give him a corner there, which Spain hasn't done anything with the corners tonight. Made him dance and just said, nope. Yeah, said, What a stalemate right now. Get it away, though. Back in again, and this time the referee, the goalkeeper just kicked it out. I wonder why they keep saying ref. I don't understand. Hmm. What are you doing? Like 14, what are you doing? Why is like the dude number 14 just sitting there at the top of the box doing nothing? Like, oh my god, this is the biggest issue with Spain tonight is nobody's going into attack. Like somebody needs to get up there and just attack. My god, man. Missed opportunity after missed opportunity because there's nobody there to attack. The setups are great. Like the setups there have been some great setups from Spain, but nobody's there to receive them. What is going on? When the Dude, Spain should probably be up 2, maybe 3-0 if they would just like get somebody in the box that can meet these make these setups. Like this dude's running down here. It's like somebody get to the top of the box. Get into the box and get this ball. Comes Portugal. He ain't gonna be doing anything in the attack in that third of the pitch. He needs to get further up. Especially like a young Cristiano Ronaldo might have been able to do something. 41-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo, he's got to be in the box. Be really much of a threat. And just right back to the goalkeeper. Oh my goodness. I can tell you right now, this is not a good game for either team, really. Especially with Spain, they're not playing like set up like nothing. Set up like nobody's there in the back end right there trying to like get anything. Like what the hell are they doing? But if Spain loses this match because like they're not clear. Like I don't know, man. Bad like they're playing right now. They're shooting the ball into the box, setting up for what could be an easy goal, and nobody is there to receive. They're just shooting it into a box of a crowd of Portugal players. Like, what is going on? Ronaldo will play the rest of the match unless we go to extra time or something. Obviously, the injury earlier on that cost them one sub. That probably would have been meant for Ronaldo if they so happened to go up 1-0 or 2-0. Well, the only reason that I'm pretty sure the reason they didn't have that Ronaldo um, sub is because of the first sub happened to come through, which what was not planned. They were not planning to use that first sub, but the injury happened and they had no choice really. They need something different because they like how can you just get there and just keep having the same thing happen? Set up to a perfectly good spot, but there's nothing but Portugal players around. Nobody from Spain is in the box ready to attack. Like I don't know. This is not the way good. It's not like I mean it's obviously 0-0 is probably like you're expecting that, but two top 10 teams going against each other. But man, Spain in the attacking third in the box, multiple occasions having the ball in a perfect spot and just nobody there. People like guys who could maybe get something just so far back, not even going up. Spain making that. We're gonna have stoppage time. It's always been a danger. So, going man. My God. Portugal's had 7 shots staying on target, and Spain's had 14 shots, and would have more shots. They would probably have 20 shots by now, and more on target if it wasn't for the fact that you see these guys just like setting up the ball and nobody's there to accept it. Good pass there. Then Spain on the run again. Nobody else is there in the middle. And that's a big old nothing. Big lot of nothing. Whole lot of nothing there. Well, they have to make it through extra time unless something else happens. Does that count for just normal time and not extra time, or what is it? It says they get to the attacking and then try and score. Don't try to play for extra time. Just score. Like, get you guys bound there, and like, if you set up there, like Spain should have a couple goals. Someone would just be in the box. Some guys just standing there above, like at the top, like not doing anything. It's like, what are you doing? Like, take the initiative and go run for the goal, man. This could be your moment. Boom, you hit the ball and you got to the ball, and boom, you score. You're on the, like, you're in the history books of being able to score for Spain in the World Cup, even if you haven't before, and you usually wouldn't. Ronaldo tried to catch that. I don't think it is like 10 years ago. Maybe Ronaldo gets there before that goalkeeper runs that, kicks that thing out. Like, my God, man. And again, nobody's like, he's passing this nobody. Absolutely nobody. It's like, what are we doing here? What are we playing for? Are we just really playing for extra time and possibly penalty kicks? What are we doing? Just take the chances. Like, Spain seems to be afraid to take chances tonight. It's this in a group stage. You don't go, oh, we'll just go to a nil-nil draw and we'll go to we'll be on the next. No, it's win or go home. Go for the win. Go for the goal. What are we doing? That's a foul. That's a yellow. Yeah, that's a yellow. If you're a Spanish supporter, you got to be disappointed with how your team's been playing in the offensive pitch. Like, watching your team go down there and like have these perfectly good shots, which if somebody was in the spot they need to be in, you're up one, maybe two, maybe three, and you're getting nothing out of it because nobody's there. Not been a great look for Spain at all. There's a kick, free kick for Spain. 6 minutes of stoppage time. We're in the danger zone for scoring. Danger zone. Oh my God! And he gets it. We have a 1-0 goal. Let's all laugh at them. Finally, something goes right, and someone finally took a chance to take a goal. All second half, it's been like, especially in the second half, it's been Spain have just been like, nobody there. Kick the ball in for a good spot. Nobody there. Kick the ball in. Nobody there. And finally, something goes right. Mikel Marino, how do you say his name? Fully onside too after the kick, and yeah, he's way onside. And that should have happened multiple times in this match already. Stuff like that. Way wide onside. Nothing you can say about that. Now Portugal has to fight. Cristiano Ronaldo is out. It's been domination on everything, really, for possessions and everything. Portugal hasn't really had a shot in the second half to do anything. 15 shots to 7, man. I think those 7 were all for one in the first half. Of course he's not. He's one. He's like 5 minutes away from being out of the World Cup and probably being done with his international career. They gotta like Portugal should not be taking their time on this throw in. They should be trying to get the ball in as soon as possible. They'll probably go a minute over. They'll probably get 97 instead of 96 because of yeah. Steal there. Good steal. Good steal. Good tackle. Another throw in. What you do this time to make people do that? I don't know. They did the same thing with Sol Ruka when Sol Ruka ended up injuring Liv Morgan on accident, which it was an accident. It wasn't like she deliberately did it. Mm. Don't poke that bus. Just keep going. That should be a foul. That's a free kick. That's another yellow. Yeah, he's just dragging him by the shirt. That's a yellow all day. Yeah, Ramos was probably going to come on the field, and that was probably his plan to be his like sixth sub for Ronaldo. But that injury, that injury took that out of the gate. Well, Mexico was that too until last night. 2 minutes. If Spain gets this out of their side and they get to the other end, that's probably going to do it. Go, got anything? And that gets all the way at the other side of the pitch. But less than a minute away from possibly Ronaldo's last World Cup. They just threw it away. That's not good. Iglesias is coming in. This doesn't go where they want it to. Just over the head. That's gonna probably do it. Calm down. Calm down. No right. No reason to fight. No reason to fight. Just get going. And that is just not gonna do it. Yeah, they didn't show fight. It's the issue we've seen with the World Cup is teams just holding a bus, and they wait until a goal happens and then they push. And unfortunately, the 91st minute, first minute of stoppage time, making it the 30th, I think, goal in stoppage time, was when that ball went through. And nothing. That should be it, though. That should be it. Why is the game still going on? Blow the whistle. The match is over. It's been past a minute. 6 minutes. What are we doing? Blow the fucking whistle. The match should be over. Why are we still going? What are we doing here? Why are we still going? Dude, why are we still going? Why are we getting this extra time? Are they trying so desperately to give Cristiano Ronaldo a lifeline? This is garbage. That's it. Well, there it is. Spain has moved on. Portugal, I gotta fix the Portugal one, but yeah. Ronaldo's done. Exit to Ronaldo. It's like, why were we continuing this on? It should have been over. Like it's like there was nothing. Like I could understand a minute maybe because of the goal happened right as stoppage time started, but that was ridiculous. It should have stopped already, but Ronaldo's done. Let's update that now. With Spain out, with Portugal out, Spain moves on. It's going to be a very tough game. Even if United States somehow makes it through Belgium tonight, we gotta play. We would have to play Spain, and we ain't beating Spain. We ain't beating Spain. I'm not. I'm a realist. I'm not gonna be optimistic about it. If we somehow eke by um Portugal, I mean by Belgium, we ain't beating Spain. But that's gonna be all for now. We'll be back in about 2 hours and 30 some minutes. Until then, thank you, Victini, for coming in, as well as anybody else. Thank you for 179 views. Show up for the United States tonight, I hope. Until then, you'll have a good one. I'll see you later.